Hi, I'm Davida.
And I'm Lee, and we're the founders of the Blogger Project.
This is our story.
Okay, Fit Foodie Finds. Fit Foodie Finds is my blog, and I get the question quite often, Lee, how did you start your blog? When I was in college at the University of Minnesota, my sister and I were like avid blog readers. We read healthy living blogs and food blogs and fitness blogs, and one day she was like, Lee, you should start a blog. And pretty much the next day I started collegefoodiefinds.blogspot.com, and it started off very journal-esque. So I would talk about my workouts or what I had for dinner, or maybe how to shop on a budget, college-friendly budget.
So the story of the Healthy Maven, it's kind of still happening all around me. I've only been blogging for about 2 years now. I was actually a big fan of Fit Foodie Finds. I was really into healthy living blogs, and I had talked about starting my own for a really long time, but just didn't have the courage to do it. So I bought the domain and I started blogging, but I didn't tell anyone about it because I was really nervous. I wasn't sure how people would perceive it, but about 3 months in, I was like, you know what? I love doing this. I'm gonna tell people about it. And the reception was really great.
I also ended up changing the name of my blog to fitfoodiefinds.com, because what if I keep blogging when I'm done with college? And I started getting more into food photography and recipe development, and I kind of found that stuck with my community.
Fast forward to December of 2013, I actually quit my full-time job and took on blogging part-time. I wasn't prepared to financially live off my blog, so I took on some contract work with an awesome local food startup in Toronto.
My first job out of school was with Anytime Fitness at their headquarters. So I was juggling kind of full-time work, a long commute, and then running my blog on the side. And kind of at that same time, the bloggers that I read, they were quitting their jobs and running their blogs full-time. And to me, that was sort of like the little nudge I needed to be like, I think I can do that too.
And then I took the leap, and it was really releasing my cookbook in June of 2014, which is what kind of became the catalyst to running the Healthy Maven full-time.
With the support from my friends and family, I made the jump, and I started running Fit Foodie full-time, and it's been the best thing I ever did, and I still wake up every morning at 6 a.m. like super pumped about the day.
So only about like a year and a couple months into my journey did I decide it was time for me to make this my career, and I really haven't looked back. It's been awesome.
Davida and I get asked all the time, how did you guys meet each other? How did you become best friends and business partners?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny story, a little bit creepy on my part. So I was a big fan of Fit Foodie Finds, and I was really into healthy living blogs, and Fit Foodie Finds was one of the ones that I read all the time. So once I started my blog, I creepishly started commenting a lot on Lee's blog. And I was just a really big fan, and I thought we had a lot in common, and we lived a very similar lifestyle, even though I'm up in Canada, in Toronto, and she's in Minneapolis.
And then one day I woke up to an email from Davida. Do you know where Edina, Minnesota is? I'm coming to visit my boyfriend's family, and I was wondering if you wanted to meet up for coffee. And I'm like, shut up, I live in Edina.
So we met over coffee, and we totally hit it off.
We Skype every single day, and it pretty much started the day we met. We kind of became each other's sounding boards and virtual coworkers.
So besides connecting on a personal level, Lee and I found that working together made blogging full-time a lot easier. There isn't a lot of information out there about how to do this professionally. So, we kind of became each other's sounding boards for how to work with brands, how to grow our blogs, and we found that working together brought us both up.
We got this idea to kind of start a website that was all about blogging and sharing, and how can we work together as a blogging community so we can all be successful.
Our goal with the Blogger Project is to kind of increase transparency with the community, because in our experience, being friends and helping to grow each other has brought us way more opportunities rather than being competitors. And we want you guys to realize that it doesn't have to be competitive. It doesn't have to be a cutthroat industry. We can all work together, and it's pretty awesome.
Yep.